You know what it was, man? Because I
No.
actually went ahead and I was reading books physically because clearly that's how we started back in the
Right.
dinosaur age, right?
Are you
Yes, as
Dinosaur
serious?
always.
age. We
Not
had,
Yeah.
dinosaur. Books are important. I love
Look, I
the
mean, books,
smell.
I
books
love
in
them
the back
too.
in the days they were engraved in stone, right? So,
Yeah.
Yeah. You were
Good.
reading them
No,
on
hey guys,
sheets of,
we are
I
live.
know, I
yeah,
know
we're
we're
still
live.
talking. Go ahead. Don't worry about it. Go ahead.
I wanted to talk
Happy.
about this because it's important, I think. No?
Yeah.
You guys don't
Absolutely.
think it's important?
So wait,
All
I
Because
right.
mean, no, you are right because the book that I'm reading right now, it's a very short book. Let me see if I can pull it out for you guys.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
while you
Okay.
take it out.
It's from Brian Tracy. Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
Okay.
oh, God, can you see it?
Yeah. Oh, because it's green, so it's
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
What
So
is
Brian
it
that
called?
Tracy right
frog.
there. Eat that
Eat
frog.
Yes.
I
Oh
wouldn't.
yeah,
I
that's a
mean,
classic.
if you're gonna eat frog, to be honest, if you're gonna eat frog, eat some
We,
fried
I'm
frogs.
we're
Those are
French. We
good.
eat
Fried
frogs.
legs.
Yeah.
Would you
Frog
eat
legs.
alligator
But-
bites?
Yes, I would. But the point is that this is a great book because obviously it's stop procrastinating. It's a great thing to when you have those little slow moments or slow times, it helps you actually develop a great way to just keep moving forward. And it's written by a really good man, great coach, motivator, Brian Tracy himself.
He's the guru of
So-
salespeople. Yes.
This is one of a lot of books I'm reading. This is a real short book. I should be done within a couple days. But that's honestly one of the books I'm reading right now.
So how
Yeah.
this came about, and I know Gigi wanted to say good morning to everybody. So Gigi, go ahead, say good morning to everybody.
Oh, please do. Yes.
I know.
Say it, do it, do it.
Hi,
Good morning,
everybody.
people.
Good
We are
morning,
live.
people. We are live. Oh
Yes.
my God, that's right. That's okay.
So this topic came about because we were talking about reading these books, and I realized that when I started to read books, and like I said before, dinosaur age, right? They were printed on hard copies, papers. Now you can get them on your phone. So I realized because I spend more time on our phones nowadays, that's what we do. We're always on our phones. You can't see it for some reason, but it's easier on the eyes, I feel, if I'm reading my book on my phone, because you have features. You can have either the daytime, like as if you're reading a daytime during the day, or nighttime feature as if you're, easier on the eyes. So
I'm going to debate this one.
Ooh.
I'm just saying I've done both.
Ooh.
And I
Actually-
personally feel more comfortable, and I can get through it, and I can also highlight. That's the other thing. I can highlight in my phone.
But
I
you
can
highlight
copy.
the book. Look
But
at
can you copy and paste from a physical book to your Instagram? Can you? Yes or no, Gigi? No,
You take your phone.
No.
And you take. But why would you want to do that?
because there's little quotes that you can utilize that'll help you
I agree.
improve your day-to-day activities.
No,
but like
then
I
you
said,
can you can go on Canva, be creative, and grab something.
But
and
I
retype it
agree
up.
with
no,
it.
we
The
don't
problem
have
that I
time.
have, the problem I have with that is that I love audiobooks because I'm always on the go, right? And if I'm by myself in the car,
I can't.
you have a half hour worth of audiobooks. I'm listening to it, so on and so forth. I mean, if it's good information, I'll listen to it.
Yeah.
But the problem I have
Yeah.
is that when it's really good books,
Mm.
like I just finished one recently, which is The Atomic Habits by James Clear.
Yeah.
I had to buy the book so I could highlight the parts that I need to highlight.
See?
I'm like, damn it!
I know. I still I'm old school. I'm an old lady people. Okay, so I like this. It's like for some reason the fact that turning the page, the whole sensation. Sometimes I like to carry the book. I collect them. I have hundreds of books at home. You've seen my when I tape from my apartment, it's all over. And they're like life companions to me. It's like I love it. I just need the books.
Gigi still has a copy of the
Encyclopedia, yes.
Encyclopedia Britannica, right? Is that
No,
how it's
not
said?
this one. In
Lord.
France, yes, I do.
Jesus Lord.
Yes, and it's not going
I
anywhere.
don't even know where
You
mine
can
is
make fun-
anymore.
You
Dude,
can make fun of me, but
my
it's there.
cousin used to have them. Yeah, no, I know. That
It's
was,
there.
and if you guys don't know what that is, that was pre
That was Google.
Google.
That was
So
Google.
I have the encyclopedia.
That was Google.
I have the Encyclopedia Universalis, which is the other one in America.
I
and I have
heard
the
about that one,
Britannica here. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you heard.
Yeah, I think I heard
Because
that
it's
one.
a smaller one. It looks nicer on the shelf because they're like a smaller
jeez.
format. and they just lay nice and they that burgundy thing, so it's fine,
You know what I love about those books is that it's like, when you go to lawyer offices right now, that's exactly what it looks like. A whole bunch of books with numbers and everything, but the letters were so small. My God, they were like font number 7 from what I remember. Anyways,
I decided to. I used to collect even the National Geographic, so I had a whole bunch of those National Geographic magazines, and then
Jesus
Architectural
Lord.
Digest. I don't ask me. I had
Wow.
yeah. There are things, some stuff that I'm maybe I'm a hoarder, but yeah.
Wow. But
Hilarious.
what's awesome about what we're talking about today, from words to quotes to information you read on books, you hear it in books as well, whether you see it on YouTube or whatever. The good thing about what we're talking about today is generally in our business, we always want to actually sound a little bit more sophisticated, a little bit more professional,
Have more
a little
impact,
bit more
in how we-
impactfulness, right?
yeah.
A little bit more tonality, a little less speed. In other words, so that you're able to really bring out the information that you want to bring out to someone in a more professional manner, right? So things like that in that sense. And some of it also becomes a nice little mind change or mind shift, in
Right.
certain matters. And just one word can do that for you. And I'll just bring up the first one for me. In that sense is the word focus, right? So in my career, the 10 years I've been here, what's your goal? What's your goal? What's your goal? What's your goal? After a while, you tend to know what your goal was and what you needed to do per month, per quarter, per year, and what you need to do per day. But then after a while, once I started hearing the words, what is your focus for today? Changed my mind a little bit. It basically
How
made me
to
focus.
narrow down.
Right,
Like,
to narrow down exactly what I need to work on, who I need to talk to, how many people I need to talk to today. It wasn't just a common word anymore. It was a word that for me, as my business changed a little bit, it became more of a mindset for me and saying, you know what, today I need to do dot, 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 dot.
yeah.
Right?
Which
These are my
reminds
to-do
me
lists.
of yesterday I went back over time management with agents and just, like in the habits of top 1%, top 1% of all, very, very successful agents. Those agents don't focus on months, but they focus on days.
Right.
Remember, like you guys did, like what you're gonna do with your day, how you're
Daily
gonna
tasks.
time block, task your
Right.
day, and that's a focus day by day. Like, okay, this is, and minute by minute, this is how I'm gonna fill my day. Very important. That's great.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
even if you take it out to a more global sense, right? In that sense of, my goal is to buy a house. I'm focused on buying a home today. I'm focused on trying to do, listen to the words, how it changed your
Yeah.
mindset of what you're doing. I want to buy a house. That's my goal versus I'm focused on buying a home.
Even
this
if
year.
you're directing this to your prospect, like I'm
Right.
focused on really, like, instead my goal is to help you, like I'm really focused on you right now, on your need. So yeah, I know
Exactly.
it's so much more impactful. I think
Definitely.
my word, and it's a concept too, and you guys heard it many times this year. You remember when I said, I think for this year I have a couple of mottos. It's be more intentional
Oh,
and be
yeah.
more
You said that the
passionate.
other day.
And
Yes.
that's so, because you know what? Reflecting back as I'm getting older, the word intention, good, bad, intentions, like that you're going to set your life by design. So everything is same thing, that focus. It's like how do I perceive, how do I receive, and how do I give? It's like, how do I impact people, my way of being, because I know my flaws. I talk my head off, I talk shit, I sometimes forget, I move to another subject, I'm ADD, it's great, I like to do everything and nothing, we know. So it's just like, okay, focus. Narrow down. Intention.
Oh, God, I just felt like my whole life was just
Coming.
holy cow. Ain't that some ish? It's like I'm coming, I'm going, I'm staying, I'm not going.
Isn't that what?
Yeah, it's true.
Some personalities, like I'm not as centered as Israel, and I'm like, I'm a mess. We know that. And but they have some good qualities. I'm creative, it's good, I'm quick, but I just need to like slow down, like like when you're more intentional, when you're more intentional, you have to slow down, You have to be more introspect. You have to really like reflect on the things you're gonna say, how you're gonna say it, how it's gonna impact the other person, how they're gonna receive it. You have to be more mindful of that, and it
Correct.
does a huge difference.
100%.
And the
100.
passion is, I'm trying to bring up passion in everybody around me, like we're doing in this business. A lot of people just go with the flow. They're like, okay, we have to do cold calling. I have to do prospecting. Like, I'm gonna smack you over the head. What's wrong with you? Like, like this is a great business to be in.
It's funny that I came across that and it's so crazy. I came across that in one of the books that I was reading.
Yeah.
And it talks about that. It talks about finding passion in the work that you do. You know what I mean? It speaks about whether you're at a job or whether you're running your own business, you have to
Yeah.
find passion in the activities that are going to build your business.
Yeah.
Because if you don't find a passion behind it, you're going to spend too much time focusing on the negative side of things, right?
I know. And you
Um,
guys probably seen that, and I heard it from you, like before making the switch to the my from the brokerage I was, and what I was doing into what I'm doing now. You remember you were telling me, okay, even Priscilla was telling me, like, she's like, what's up, you look so negative, what's going on? And I really paid attention to what she was saying. She's probably was more perceptive than a lot of people, and she saw that. I was like, I would go through the motion, I would do stuff, but I didn't have the passion. it
yeah,
was it was it was getting lots little, and I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Yeah, so you gotta have the passion.
yeah, you have to. And you have to look for the positive things in the work that you're doing. You
Right.
know what I mean? At the end of the day, look, we're agents. We hate prospecting, supposedly. But there's the very few of us that enjoy prospecting. Why? There's a mind shift in that, right? It's, oh, you know what? Maybe I'll meet a good person today, right? Or maybe, hey, out of the 100 houses that I hit and I keep track of, maybe I'll find those, one or two or threes that are thinking about selling, right? Like, what if I find some families that are in a cram and they need help? And what if it means them cashing out or something? Like, what if you're there to provide that solution?
Hmm.
And I feel like if you keep that in mind, you're not thinking so much of, oh my God, they're going to curse me out. It's like, no, it's, hey, you know what? I might have a good conversation with somebody today. I might meet the lead that I was looking for, right? How do you not know that you're going to deal with somebody and at some point they're going to be your number one fan where they're referring you business on a consistent basis,
Yep.
right? But it's not going to happen if you don't do what you're supposed to do.
Sure. Let's talk about the words
Very,
we're
very
using
true.
in that
No,
passion.
very true. That's good.
So, yeah, you want to use some of the stuff you read in Exactly What to Say, Israel, that great book by Phil M. Jones. I really would encourage everybody to. It's a small book. It's
Yeah, it
about
is.
10, 12 bucks, whatever it is. It's very inexpensive. And it's a quick read, and then it's a reference book. You just have little concepts.
Mhm.
It's very, very cute, and they give you some examples of how to apply those, like whatever word or whatever phrases they suggest you to do,
Yeah.
you know and
Which is
it's really
interesting.
good. Yeah.
It is interesting. And again, this goes back to what we were talking about earlier. This is one of those books that I actually had on Notable. One of my first books that I actually had on Notable. What I like about it is that it explains each one or each chapter for you, exactly what to say, how to say it, what it means behind it. And again, it goes back to one of those books that after listening to it, I needed to buy the physical one, but I actually lent it out to somebody, so I'm hoping to get that back. So if you have it, I'd like it back soon.
Good
But
luck.
the but the point is that it is actually again a great book, because think of it this way, in that sense of a couple of chapters in alone. What I use in doing a showing is using the words "just imagine." All
Oh,
right, I'm
phew.
actually
Oh my
bullet.
God. Yeah, 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 yeah.
And it's an NLP version of it, right? So it's actually, again, it's
Go translate
neuro
NLP. Yes.
I was about to say that. Neuroprogramming linguistics, right? So you're pretty much you're developing a mindset for them. You're developing something that they can actually see. In this case, see. So just imagine. So I put that mindset into a living room. How would you change this living room? What would you do here? Where would you put the television? Where would you position the sofa? Things like that is just using the word just imagine, just the beginning of those words allows them to open up their canvas, their open canvas of ideas, of situations, of artwork, what they want to do, right?
Sure.
If it's just not that alone, then think of it this way. Just imagine your kids out here in the yard just playing soccer or football, right? Or you just want to call both of them football, that's fine. Wiffle ball, right? Just imagine you hanging out here. Or can you imagine how this smells when you actually make your barbecue outside? You start opening up your senses, right?
Yeah.
So little things like that.
Or
Another
just
one-
even in situation, like imagine, once you get that offer accepted and stuff, and we get the ball rolling, so you're already putting the people in that mindset of going through the process of purchasing
Right.
the home. Yeah.
The other one I tend to use a lot in just reading that book alone, right? There's another one where it's how open-minded are you?
Yeah.
So it's instead of just saying, one of those like, hey, what if I could just show you two things? Would you be okay with that? No. Hey, listen, how open-minded would you be if I showed you two other cities in this area?
Yeah. If it's a new
It allows
concept,
for
definitely.
option.
Yeah.
Right. It allows for more options. It allows for them to say yes or no. It allows for you to actually get a conversation out of that. So just saying how open-minded are you to actually listen to this kind of offers? How open-minded is the owner to actually listen to 3 other offers that I have for him? How open-minded are you to actually join this party instead of the next party?
In the
So
mind
these-
of people, nobody wants to be seen as close-minded.
Exactly.
So they will automatically say, yes, I'm
They
open-minded.
automatically will say that to you. Another one I haven't used in a long time, but I should use it, but I haven't used it in a long time. If not,
Oh,
it may not. I think it's if it's
it's another option one. Yes.
I'm not sure if it's for
If
you,
not,
but
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's for you, but right.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, you're like, what do you mean? Hold on, FOMO. Hold on, FOMO.
Yeah.
FOMO. Hold on a second. What do you mean it's not for me? What's
Yeah,
not for me, right?
yeah.
It may not be for you, but I have this house here at blah 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 land that it has all these other checks and points in that you're looking for. Do you want to go check it out? How open minded are you for that?
Mhm,
See how it
mhm.
combined those two, and then all of a sudden now they want to work
Yeah,
into
yeah,
that.
yeah. And
So-
then the concept in that book was also of swapping the words, and we had a segment, an episode of the open-ended questions, and and swapping things like do you have any questions for me? It's like no, just defense mechanism of people. Instead, you open up to what questions do you have for me?
Exactly.
It's like I was saying, the other training, we went back over the conversations for lead conversion. Instead of asking, have you been are you pre-qualified for a mortgage? Are you pre-approved? You have a mortgage pre-approval? You know how some people get offended? You could
Yeah.
very softly approach the questions by, have you, has anyone helped you? And it's really not open, but it still works. Has anyone helped you with your financing options?
Mm.
Or
Right.
it's like, so it's much soft. This one is not a open-handed. What did I think I used another sentence during the training that was open-ended. More, my English was more proficient because there was already afternoon. It was better.
Oh my god. But I'm not sure.
Yeah, guys,
Right.
my morning English is
It's
like,
okay. I mean, one more. I was actually looking at it too,
Yeah.
and again, Ed, I would love to hear what you have as well. But this is another one that I do to folks that you send an email out. This is a good one for me. You send an email out and you don't know whether or not they read it, or you just want them to make sure they read it.
oh
or saw
yeah,
it,
yeah.
right.
Yeah, I
So
know what you're
I'm
gonna
guessing.
say. Yeah,
I'm guessing you haven't gone around to
yeah,
it,
yeah.
and then
Yeah.
you just start talking about all this other stuff. Now all of a sudden they feel guilty that they haven't gone around to it.
Yeah, and it's just gonna
Right.
open it up quick. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
And that's a pretty good one in that
yeah,
sense.
yeah.
But
Like when somebody just pulls off stuff. Yeah.
yeah. So, what do you have? I mean, what words or what things have you used that
What things
actually
have
has?
impacted you? Yeah.
Yeah,
As far, I mean, honestly, man, you guys have been saying a lot of it. I feel like it's almost common things to say to people
I
at
don't
this
know if
point.
they come in, Ed. I don't know,
I actually
because a
don't
lot of
think
the
so. Yeah,
times, I
But I mean,
realized
if
in
you
my
spend
career.
time doing it, it feels like, from what you guys are saying, because I've used that. Like, can you imagine yourself living here? I used a lot of these
But we
terms.
don't realize.
You know,
Again, we don't have the intention.
again,
Nice mustache, Ed, says
see.
Ram.
oh, yeah. Who said
Oh,
that?
man,
Oh, let's
look at
put
this.
that up.
Yeah.
No, yo, let me hold on. I gotta shout out this guy Ram real quick.
Yeah.
Because just by his image, I wish we could increase the size of his image. This guy right here belongs in Bollywood, okay?
Oh yeah, he is. He
Oh
looks like
man, I
an
And
agree.
he's
actor, like
and he's
definitely. Yeah.
killing his, in my opinion, his Instagram. He's putting so much more out there. So
You
Ram,
really?
I
Oh wow,
salute you. Yeah,
good.
man, this
Yeah.
guy is out there, man. I'm seeing, and those shades, man.
Oh, I gotta see now. I gotta
I
see
love
that.
those
Now I
shades.
gotta.
You
Yeah,
got
I
to
gotta
check them
see
out on
that. Okay.
Instagram, man. Hilarious. Ram, thank you, man. Appreciate it. But yeah, so like a lot of those, like that's what it is. And I feel like it leads into open-ended questions. It leads into getting people to connect in an
Right,
emotional level. Buying a property is an emotional thing,
right,
you know. And I mentioned this in the beginning of the process whenever we're meeting with buyers, right? It's like, listen, I just want you to understand that as we're going through the process, you're going to come across the one that you feel is the right one. Like, you're going to feel it, right?
yeah,
And I emphasize on feel because I need them to get in tune. Sometimes they're so stuck.
Kinetic feel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're so stuck on, like the intricate things, the mechanical things of the
yeah,
property. But at the end of the
yeah.
day, like, if you don't feel like you can make this place your home, you're not gonna choose
Exactly.
it,
You're
even though
using
no matter how intricate everything is, and you think it's right. You know what I mean?
the
So
sensory feel, the sensory. Again,
yeah,
anything that is
everything
sensory.
is
Some.
feel emotional,
But
right?
not everybody works like that, and this is where you need to be able to study your prospect enough, because some people are auditory. Some people are,
Yeah,
more kinetic with the feeling and stuff, but some people are also about with the touch, the feel, and some people are more about the visual, imagine,
Yeah,
like see something, the vision.
but you're
So
utilizing
yeah,
your senses at that point. That's what
but
it
you have
is.
to try, like I like this topic of conversation today, because that's like you guys seen yourself in scenarios, you're killing your presentation, that thing is on your
yeah,
iPad, it looks great, you got all your slide, it makes sense, it's not
right,
Yeah,
boring, you're killing it, and then all of a sudden it things go left.
yeah,
You like, can't be me. What
right.
happened here? They're totally losing interest, and they're like, we'll get back to you on this.
yeah,
Nah, and it's like you feel all of a sudden they call, and it's like, what happened? And then if you're really going to if you had been more intentional, you can remember how you said things, and sometimes it's just like that little turn off. It could happen once or twice, and that's it, they're done. They don't even
yeah,
want to, like, not even saying they feel offended, but they did not grab onto you, they
yeah.
did not open up anymore. You actually the one who, with
You close
even the
them out.
questions, you close them up.
Yep. No, it's true. Because how many times have we heard it where it's like, you know what? It happens in relationships, right? I think that's
Oh
the
yeah,
easiest
that's,
common
yeah.
thing that people can understand. It's like, oh, like, why did you say that? You know what? I didn't, like, I say what? Like, oh, it's not the way you said it, it's how you said it, right?
Right.
Like, the word came out or the words came out, but it was the emotion, the feeling, the sounds, you know what I mean? That
Mm-hmm.
came behind it. And we talk about it a lot when we're teaching script practicing, right?
But
It's
we have to
not
be
to
able
hit
to
the
do
high
it like
pitches, to stay at kind of that low tone
neutral.
where you're
Yeah.
enforcing. The minute you start to increase, I don't know what's going on, is what you sound like you're
An
saying. You know
idiot.
what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
And the minute you keep that same tone, again, same thing. It's how you're saying the words, how you're getting the information across.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And
Yeah,
instead of, it would just trigger one thing. Instead of just disagreeing with somebody. Same thing in relationship, or same thing as
Yeah.
in the business. Instead of saying, "Oh no, I just don't see it like you," why not use the phrase, "What makes you say that?" without even becoming animated and emotional.
Because
And it's like, if you're about to say no, don't say no. I disagree. If you're about to say, nah, that's not.
yeah,
Just ask the person in front of you, what makes you say that?
yeah.
And it's like, oh, so they step back and they're like, oh, that, like, okay, let me be more rational about this and see if I can make my points across. And that's gonna ward off a lot of disagreement,
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
Yeah, and
Like
also,
you're presenting a 6% commission, and the guy shoots you back like, oh, but yeah, I'll work with you only for 3.
yeah,
Okay, what makes you say that? What makes you,
What
just come
makes
back to
you
me at
devalue
3%?
the level of activity and support and commitment that I
Yeah.
put into these listings, but think about it, right? Israel laughs at that, but imagine if you said that in a strict tone. The other person is going to be like, damn,
Oh, of course. But again,
like,
even tone. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
but if you say it with uncertainty, like I just finished doing, you're going to laugh
yep.
like Israel. You know what I mean? So again, same thing. Same thing. It's how you're relaying the
Everything.
information.
Everything.
It's
Everything comes with
you
that.
guys are hitting the button. I mean, honestly, tonality, speed.
The intention
Having
to me
the
is the whole
absolute
thing. Yeah.
certainty when you're saying something. When you're script practicing with whoever your friends, your family members, or other agents, you'll know the difference between when you first started. You should always do that. Record yourself when you first started to when you're actually doing it a little bit better and you're a little bit more natural.
And I
You're going
hope
to
this
hear
script,
it.
I'm going to shout it out. I hope this script practice is being well rehearsed, because starting Tuesday, not this Tuesday after Memorial Day, but the next weekend and for the rest of the summer, Tuesday evening is call night. So get ready, people.
Get
So
ready to hear your phones ring off the hook.
absolutely. So with that being said, again, you want to have the absolute conversation. You want to be able to don't worry
Yeah.
about the objections. Just run with it. Just have the conversation with that person. Instead of asking why to something, tell me more about that.
Yeah.
Just say, tell me more. Tell me more. I'm
Yeah. Keep
interested.
them
I'm curious.
engaged. Yeah. Yeah.
Right, I'm
I'm
curious. Tell me
curious.
more. Tell me more about it.
Yeah, yeah,
It,
yeah.
it
Like
allows to diffuse.
one guy that is a master, and I think sometimes I was like, for a while I thought it was even too much. I'm just curious. Would like to know. Gil Ramos is the master at. I'm just curious. Can you tell me more? And I was like, at some point, it's like, this is just like throwing that. I'm just curious. I would like to, can you just tell me more about that? I'm like, okay. Oh, I'm curious to know. Why did you, like, without, and it's engaging. It's true.
It's
It's
very
true. It's
engaging.
true.
It's
Well,
actually
I
it
don't know.
allows to diffuse the idea or emotions of that
Right,
person.
right. And
If
then you
you
can,
again,
yeah.
why's are accusatory tonalities. It's really much like why, because it's
Unless you're
like I
5.
said
Why?
exactly. But you should ask why at certain points, but just shouldn't be so much as well. But look, we're about to end this as well because we're going to keep it short so that everybody can enjoy their weekend. Last thing I
Yeah.
just wanted to say real quick is, for me, what changed my business a little bit, and when my whole business changed a little bit, is leverage. I use the 80-20 rule, the 80-20, format in this. What do I do? What can I do that is not helping me increase my business, and that I can use other people around me to leverage their business,
Leverage people.
what they
Okay.
can do. In other words, if I'm not great at doing flyers, if I'm not great at using
Delegate.
Canva, I'm just going to delegate that out to somebody and let them take care of it so I can take care of what's strong for me, right? And using the word leverage in that sense helped me increase my business as well. So I just want to make sure that we say that as well.
Yeah, and we have 1 minute, I guess. Like, to me, the word leverage was, when you control freak, it's hard. It's a hard word. It's
Very
a hard
hard.
concept to even. It's the word, I can say it, but just like,
Yeah. It's like, God
sometimes,
forbid, if they drop the ball,
yeah.
you would
Oh,
lose
man.
it.
Oh,
If
of
they
course.
drop the ball, you would
Of
lose
course.
it. And that's the thing. And I guess what helps with that would be like understanding that everybody has their own unique creativity and visions.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, As long as you're, I mean, the worst that happens with these is the micromanagers. Ugh.
Okay. Micromanagers. There you go. This one, this book. Yeah,
Yes.
that's it.
That's a great book for you to
That's
change the wording.
it.
That's a great book to help your business. That's a great book
There
to
is an
influence
edition
others.
for real estate, which is
There
with
is.
examples more
Real estate.
actually
based.
more relevant to the real estate business. Yeah, but
You can use those words
overall, you
anyways.
can switch it up.
Yeah.
You know, it's pretty good.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Bueno, mi gente,
Yeah. All right.
have a great memorial. A lot of barbecues.
Yeah.
Enjoy it. I think it's gonna be somewhat sunny, but not as hot. But enjoy it anyways.
That's all right.
I'm gonna still work. I got a lot of work to do over the weekend.
Yeah,
So I'm
got
gonna still
open
work.
houses. Open
Yeah.
houses
Yeah.
and showings, baby. Let's go.
I got showings and
we're
open
getting,
houses this
we're
weekend.
getting a new listing.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
right. That's
Somebody-
right. We have a new listing.
Somebody hit me up. Said
Somebody hit us up too.
somebody hit me up and said they heard about me and they want
I know.
me to help them sell their place. So
Isn't that
Hello.
great? I love it.
Hello.
I love
It's
it.
good.
I know. It's
I
great
love it.
when it
I'll
happens
take
like
it.
that. Yeah.
I love it.
All
So
right. Don't
everyone
drink and
stay
drive.
s-
No, Francine.
stay
No,
safe.
we won't drink and drive. All right. MVP.
I mean, does Snapples
MVP
count? 'Cause I'm
this
going to be
week.
drinking that.
Oh God.
and
MVP this week. Come on, let's
no,
give it to
Snap
Ram.
does not count. Ram.
Ram.
Mr.
Ram.
Ram Harkarki.
Yeah, I wish we should have
Wow.
put like a big portrait of Ram with his Bollywood actor face. No, actually, I think he looks
Go
better
follow
than a lot
Ram.
of those Bollywood guys. But okay, yeah.
I am following
100%. And he is This guy is comical, man.
Oh
he
yeah,
says
he's
some
a
of the
cool
funniest
as a
things off the
cucumber.
wall.
I know.
Yo, this guy's cool, man.
I
Go
know
follow
he
him
is.
if you don't follow him, guys, if you're tuning in. But everybody enjoy your
My
Memorial Day
peoples.
weekend.
Have a great
All right,
day.
be safe
All right,
out there.
thank you.
We'll see
Enjoy.
you later.
Bye.
Peace.
Adios.